I want to talk about the ancestors. TikTok is videos for educational purposes, entertainment, all that. Not everybody watch this.
The ancestors do not exist. Those are demons that you speak to. Those are spirits.
Anybody that's dead, you are worshiping a demonic spirit.
We appreciate what our peoples did for us, but we don't worship the dead.
I feel it's important that everybody has the opportunity to speak how they feel, so no bash or hate to anybody who I just previously showed. Why is it that melanated, black, Afro people are the only ones who diss their own ancestors? They have really done a number on us. So, to say that the ancestors don't exist, and anything on the other side that you have a connection to is demonic, I guess it was wrong for us to win the Haitian Revolution for us using these demonic powers. Now, y'all know what the Day of the Dead is for Mexican people. They celebrate it by cooking food for their ancestors. Anybody who passed on, hold pictures up, light candles, and have a day to actually appreciate them. Their connection to their ancestors is good enough to be in a movie. Offering food.
Look how big she's getting.
Even Asians, they have a strong connection and foundation with their ancestors. They put the pictures up, the candle, they're offering food. They get a movie too that shows the worship of their ancestors. My point is, even in the media, in our households, we demonize everything that our ancestors did. And when they did make a movie about Afro people, they demonized voodoo. Why is it that when we connect to our ancestors, it's demonized? But any other being, it gets put out into the mainstream media that it's okay. They have made all of our practices and ways of life evil. Mainstream media is already doing their job, but our own people are doing it also. But there's a question that I have. If you say your ancestors don't exist, energy never dies, right? So the spirit of the people who have came before you, who stayed alive throughout all the hardships that we as people went through, just so you can be here today, we're just gonna wash away all the principles and everything that they believed in through their times of struggle for this. You have a lot of information out here that shows you that this was forced onto you. And you telling me you never guessed what your ancestors or what African people believed in before they were forced Christianity. Like I said, they have done a number on us. Y'all stay dangerous and let me know what y'all think. So, are y'all celebrating Halloween? I just really have to make sure. And TikTok, please, this is only for educational purposes. I just want to go over on why it's based around children. Why around this time people are trying to conjure up fear by going to haunted houses, watching scary movies, all types of things like that. You know during spring and summer that everything is rebirth, it's new, it's growing, it's back to life. Now we know during this time, which is autumn, the leaves fall off the tree, things start turning into a duller color. You know, nature starts to go through the cycle of death. It is also said the protective veil between the low vibrational spirits and our dimension is more thinner. This is why the whole trick-or-treating thing was set up to protect the kids from the demonic spirits by dressing them up as something else. There's even this holiday that's called Samhain, usually celebrated on October 31st, to welcome in the harvest and usher the dark half of the year. They believe that the barriers between the physical world and the spiritual world breaks down during this time. I've already talked to y'all about just watching specific movies, especially scary ones, or creating portals to allow specific entities into your house. But I also want to stress the normality of taking food, candy from strangers. Not even on holidays, just period. I had a coworker who always brings sweets, cookies, cakes, all types of things like that. And she would give it to the people who she didn't like. She was like, oh yeah, you can have some. A couple of days later, some of my coworkers would be sick or going through something emotional. Y'all really have to be careful, not just for the physical means of the candy, but the spiritual energy transferred to your children. Let's talk about when kids are dressed as something else, specifically putting on masks. Don't even know the real meaning behind wearing masks. Masks were always worn during ceremonies, initiations, rituals, often symbolizing former ancestors, inviting and conveying spiritual presence. Wearing masks becoming something else. Y'all know during those times there are unexplained things happening. Masked statues like this with nobody under it moving. And let's just go over, especially when people be putting up haunted things in front of their house. It's just everything is just spooky and scary. People thinking things are normal, people screaming, scared, and mistaking things for Halloween decorations, or it's just fun when somebody actually really needs help or they're actually dead.
In 2011, a teenager had somehow become entangled in a haunted house display and was hanging while being completely ignored by people walking by.
Oh, let's go again. People walking by a 75-year-old man who had been shot and thought that he was just a Halloween prop. Y'all think it's fun, it's a game to be playing with energy at this time. Around the time where the veil is thin, why are we creating this haunted version, scary version of the world? Everywhere you go, it's always something spooky showing. Halloween has always been weird for me. But let me know what y'all think. Stay dangerous. I want to talk about something real quick. Because some of these kids are sent here to save the world, literally. And because society changes a child's perception of the world, they get lost in the sauce. I hope that y'all know that these new babies that are coming here have so many powers and are smarter than the last generation. 4-year-old girl with a higher IQ than average adults, surpassing IQs of the smartest physicists of all time. And it honestly just hurts my heart when I be out in public and I see these parents just yelling and traumatizing their kids. And I know y'all heard about these quarantine babies.
How old are you?
Not even a full 24 hours yet.
Children help you see a different reality than what is brainwashed into your head. Even when you're going through life stress, how the children are healing their own parents.
When my son was 2, my lights was off. I'm still living in the hood. Lights was off.
Yes.
All I had was candles. And my son was the only person to keep me sane. This boy is
Oh, baby.
like I'm lighting candles and he's playing games like, Mom, there's a ghost.
We have to protect the minds of these kids. The ones who are labeled with ADHD, autism, the super hearing, the heightened sense of smell. Very detailed, they're more present. Notice how the ones who are labeled with those issues are very, very smart. They process things so much more differently.
He then goes ahead and tells me that his hair represents the power of his soul.
Just try this. Now, if you're ever mad, sad, angry, or going through something, just talk to a child and see how they process everything that you say. And tell me you don't look at things differently when they talk to you. Just to go out on a whim, I literally go to my 6-year-old autistic brother. And I would jokingly tell him that I need some money. And he'll tell me, no, you need sleep so you can be happy. It's that inner child that brings you back to your inner happiness for yourself and the world. That's why they make it so important to brainwash the kids. Instill specific ideals in them. Put them in school where they're away from their family, surrounded with people who don't understand them. Who knows how these teachers are treating these children at school, especially the gifted kids. We have to protect our children. They are going to save the world. You just gotta listen. Stay dangerous and let me know what y'all think. Can we talk about something real quick? I'm a little nervous about this topic, not gonna lie. Let me close my blinds. Here's why y'all need to stop watching the news. Okay, so in the 1950s, the CIA started this operation called Operation Mockingbird. They will manipulate the mainstream media in order to change the American people's minds for propaganda purposes. Some journalists were threatened and blackmailed into cooperating with this project. Y'all take a look at this. All these major news networks are controlled and owned by all these big ones. So they have to do what they say. Look at this. Fox News newsmen took Biden's money to push deadly COVID-19 vaccines to its viewers. Everybody's wondering why the vaccine is being pushed out on everything, like food, all of that, free donuts if you get it. Like, it's just too much going on. So CBS, NBC, cable TV, Fox News, all of them, they worked with Biden to push positive information about this vaccine. Almost everybody took money and everybody lied about it. Almost everybody refused to report anything negative about it because they were paid to close their eyes. The news is just based on the opinion of the people who control everything. And everything is one-sided. The media hated this man. Trump said he's gonna make his own social media platform where he's gonna be talking about the truth because he knows about this Operation Mockingbird. So y'all be safe.